Boy Meets World, Then and Now. It seems like just yesterday we were sitting in our living room watching Boy Meets World, singing along to the catchy theme song and wishing we went to school with Cory, Shawn, and Topanga. Instead, 27 years have passed since the premiere, but luckily for us, the cast of the 90s sitcom is still closer than ever, and even managed to pull off a successful reboot starring Rowan Blanchard as Riley, Cory as Topanga's daughter, and of course, everyone's favorite teacher, Mr. Feeny, made a cameo. Nostalgia is strong with the beloved 90s comedy, and the main cast knows it. They met in 2019 at Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle, sparking some important sentiments from fans of all ages, though mainly for those who are about the age of the titular boy, played by Wild Ben, and the love of his life, played by Danielle Fishel. Keep watching this video to know what Boy Meets World cast has been up to and doing these days. Number 1. Ben Savages as Cory Matthews. We were there for Cory Matthews' greatest moments in life. His first kiss, his first fight, the first time he drank beer, the list goes on and on. While Mr. Matthews started the series as an average sports-loving teenager, prioritizing friends who study in C student, fans grew up with Cory and saw him become a loyal man with a kind heart. Savage graduated from Stanford in 2004 with a degree in political science and continued to appear on television and occasionally independent films, but girlfriend Danielle Fishel reprised her roles in the 2014 Disney Channel spin-off, Girl Meets World, with Cory and Topanga, who were married at the end of the original series as parents of their daughter Riley. Since the show ended in 2017, Savage, who incidentally is Fred Savage's little brother, has appeared on shows like The Remains, Speechless, Criminal Minds as a young Jason Gideon, and Homeland, like young Saul doing those 2 concerts playing a Mandy Patinkin character as a younger man. His Instagram indicates that he has a girlfriend. They went to a wedding together in November 2019 and celebrated his mother Joanne's birthday in Los Angeles, but he has kept his identity private. Number 2. Danielle Fishel as Topanga Lawrence. The girl next door, Topanga Lawrence, was kind, passionate, patient, and super smart, and had one of the best mechas of all time on television. It also taught us that vanity is not a trait worth having. Remember when you cut those beautiful locks to make a point? And that there is nothing wrong with declaring that you found your soulmate at just 5 years old. Between Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World, Fishel, whose first kiss was a kiss for the show with Ben Savage, was primarily herself on television, appearing as a correspondent on the Tyra Banks Show and hosting Style Network and The Plate. She also returned to college at age 27 and earned her degree in 2012, proof that there is never a bad time to mark items on your to-do list. Fishel and Karp welcomed a son named Adler in June 2019. She was born a month earlier and spent extra time in the hospital with lung disease, but the family of 3 is now happy and healthy at home. The proud mom also launched a hair care line, Be Free by Danielle Fishel, which obviously makes sense. Number 3. Strong writer as Shawn Hunter. Shawn Hunter was Cory Matthews' best friend of all time and his partner in conversation. He had a troubled upbringing and could be a cunning who didn't seem to care about school or his future, but Shawn's innate sweetness and vulnerability overshadowed bad boy tendencies. Then Boy Meets World, Strong most notably starred Ellie Rothterror, hit sleeper 2002 Cabin Fever, and its 2009 sequel. Ryder has also been behind the camera, writing, directing, and producing some shorts and the 2017 television movie Micah, the Asshole Ghost with brother Shiloh Strong, who originally was for the role of Eric Matthews. In 2013, Strong married Alexandra Barreto, and his son Indigo was born in December 2014. Number 4. Will Friedle as Eric Matthews. Eric Matthews offered the advice, life is hard, get a helmet. Thanks, Big Brother. Friedle appeared as Eric again in Girl Meets World, but in the meantime his voice became ubiquitous, emanating from the animated shows Kim Possible, Teen Titans Let's Go, DC Superhero Girls, and Disney XD9's Guardian of the Galaxy, with the role of Friedle as Star-Lord Peter Quill, among others. Years before attending Fishel and Karp's wedding, he was the best man at the 2004 nuptials, step-by-step star Jason Marsden, TGIF cross-programming at its best. In December 2019, he sported a t-shirt with Topanga's face, a bit of loot courtesy of Danielle Fishel's hair care line. Friedle married Susan Martins in 2016. Number 5. William Daniels as George Feeny. George Feeny was a pointless type of tweed jacket, but he was also a devoted teacher who cared about his students and could turn any of the children's puzzles into a learning opportunity. Cory Matthews received a double dose because Mr. Feeny was also his neighbor. Danielle's twice Emmy winner for Saint Elsewhere, as well as an original star of the musical 1776, he continued to make guest appearances on Scrubs, Boston Legal, and The Closer, and had a light bow Grey's Anatomy in 2012. Now at 93, a birthday marked by several of his former social media co-stars, Danielle's most recent acting role was to play Mr. Feeny again in Girl Meets World, but he was there with the cast for their 2019 reunions. Danielle has been married to Bonnie Bartlett since 1951 and has 2 children. Number 6. Matthew Lawrence as Jack Hunter. Shawn's older half-brother Jack Hunter, they shared the same dead and married father, appeared in season 5, and they moved in together for a time along with Jack's best friend, Eric Matthews. The Mrs. Doubtfire star was also in comedy Brotherly Love with real-life brothers Andrew and Joey Lawrence, and has been in numerous independent films and a guest star on shows like Boston Public, CSI Miami, Workaholics, Melissa and Joey, and more recently Hawaii 5-0. Matthew met the professional dancer Cheryl Burke when Joey competed in Dancing with the Stars in 2006, and they came out for about a year. But after going their separate ways for a decade, they got together, got engaged in 2018, and got married on May 23, 2019. Number 7. Ethan Suplee as Frankie. Frankie, the enforcer, quote, Cicino made the physically impossible gamble of any bully in charge of John Adams High School, though over the years the secret poetry enthusiast proved to be a weak point for Shawn and Cory. Supplee's estimated credits include American History X, reminiscent of the Titans, Unstoppable, and playing Randy Hickey in the 4 seasons of My Name is Earl. He has been married to Brandy Lewis since 2006 and has 2 children together. Last but not least, in January 2020, a photo he posted of his newly shattered self, the result of a hard-won battle to lose weight and recover, went viral. Number 8. Adam Scott as Griff Hawkins. After Harley Keener finished at Reform School, Griff Hawkins took his place as the main bully at John Adams High. Since then, Adam Scott has become the consummate funny guy on screen, with the occasional sly, sneaky, and married man who has married a midlife crisis thrown in for good measure. His greatest hits include HBO's intense graphic drama Tell Me You Love Me, the hit comedy Step Brothers, Star's beloved Party Down, the most loved Parks and Recreation, The Sporadic and Hilarious, the biggest event in television history in adult swimming, Hot and Humid American Summer, 10 years later, The Good Place, and of course Big Little Lies, playing Reese Witherspoon. He is an incredibly patient and understanding husband, Ed. In real life, Scott has 2 children with Naomi Sublan, his wife since 2005. Number 9. Anthony Tyler Quinn as Jonathan Turner. Jonathan Turner, who was wearing a leather jacket and riding a motorcycle, was the cool teacher at John Adams High, and Shawn moved in with him after his father took off once again, though apparently that wasn't Shawn's idea of a nice plot twist. However, Shawn was devastated when Mr. Turner had a motorcycle accident at the end of the 4th season, which Turner recovered from the camera and was never seen again until he reappeared in Girl Meets World, having married a nurse he met at the hospital after the accident. Meanwhile, Quinn joined the drama in Melrose Place for a period of 4 years. He was in Pretty Little Liars in 2012, and it appeared in Feud, Betty and Joan in 2017. He has been married to Margaret Quinn since 1985, and they have 2 children. More cast meetings are possible in the near future. Number 10. Trina McGee as Angela Moore. Finally, Shawn Hunter's cold, scarred heart was pierced by Angela Moore. McGee has been in a series of made-for-television movies and short-lived television series and has also repeated it. Boy Meets World role in an episode of Girl Meets World. She is also an artist and a mother of 3 children, 2 of them with her ex-husband, Cortland Davis.